I'm not finna be up here all night fucking with y'all, man. This about to be in and out. In and out. From thoughts to systems, the biblical foundations for AI business success. I'm the first person probably on the internet. I know I'm the first person on goddamn TikTok to ever connect the two, the biblical wisdoms plus the AI innovations, and to really break down how this shit equals to sustainable business systems, right? Thought, it creates reality. Most people think business problems are external, bad timing, wrong niche, not enough capital. But scripture reveals that something is something way deeper. All external outcomes begin internally. Let me introduce myself. I'm the Mastermind Micha'el. I am the author of the best-selling book, From Thoughts to Systems. And today we're going to connect ancient biblical wisdoms with modern AI systems to build businesses that actually last. Y'all in for a treat. I'm going to give y'all some game. For real, for real. Turn you up, give you some news you really can use. If you're an AI beginner, this live is for you. If you're spiritually unaware, but financially frustrated, this live is for you. If you're tired of starting over, this live is for you. If you want systems, no more motivation. If you're ready for systems, man, if you look for motivation, go ahead and get off this live. This is not for you. If you looking for give you something to make you feel good, this live is not for you. Go ahead and scroll left, right, whatever. Do whatever it is y'all do, man. Go watch Love and Hip Hop or some shit. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. This isn't a metaphor. This is spiritual law. You thought patterns create reality? In Hebrew, thinketh, sha'ar, means to calculate, to reckon, to estimate value. Your internal calculation system, your nervous system, it recognizes what opportunities to see, what risks you take, what systems you build, what income can you generate. AI systems operate exactly this way. Input determines output. Garbage thoughts equal garbage results out. What you put in is what you get out. You reap what you sow. We done all learned this in goddamn Sunday school. This is 1, 2, 3. An idiot can understand this. Training data shapes behavior. What you feed your mind shapes your decisions. Neural pathways strengthens with repetition. Thoughts become patterns, become systems. Just as AI models are only as good as their training data, your business is only as good as your thought structure. This shit about systems. Put thought in the chat for me if you're ready to build from the inside out. What's up, Instagram? Put thought in the system. Put thought in the chat if you're ready to build from the inside out. TikTok, do it as well. I got to slow it down for some of y'all because y'all a little slow. And it's good, though. I'm here to learn you. I'm live on YouTube as well. What's up, YouTube family? What's up, YouTube family? Put thought in the chat. Why are most people stay stuck? The wilderness mindset, right? Let me show you why most people never break through. And it has nothing to do with AI knowledge. Not because you don't know how to code, you didn't go to school, you're not smart. It has nothing to do with that. Numbers chapter 13 through 14, the 12 spies. We're all familiar with the story about how Moses sent the 12 spies to go look at the promised land. Well, the Most High already given Israel the promised land. This wasn't about worthiness. It was about possession. Moses sent 12 spies to scout Canaan, man. Numbers chapter 13, verse 27 through 28, right? We came into the land whither thou sent us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. See, the problem with the 12 spies is they saw giants in the land, obstacles, adversity, fortified cities. They seen the competition, their own smallness. They felt like grasshoppers to these giants, man. Then what happened? They came back to Moses and reported back like, man, it's a land full of milk and honey, but we're not going to be able to conquer. We're too small. See, it came down to mindset. They seen the adversity. They didn't see the opportunity. Then Moses sent 2 more spies, right? 2 separate spies from the 12. He sent Joshua and Caleb. And what they saw, they saw the same giants, the same cities, but a different reality. Numbers chapter 13, verse 2, stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are able to overcome it. See, Caleb had a different mindset. He knew he can go in there and conquer, man. He didn't see defeat. Unfortunately, a lot of people see defeat when they come into business, creating AI systems to uplift their business. See, Caleb seen the same land, the same obstacles, but he had a different mindset and had a different outcome. Numbers chapter 14, verse 28. Say unto them, as truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. See, the Most High said, you will experience exactly what you've been declaring. I know you wonder, like, what does this have to do with business? What does this have to do with AI? It started AI systems. What does this have to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything, fool. See, the 10 spies are the beginners. They see AI as the opportunity, the land that flows with milk and honey. That's where we at right now. The beginners, you see all the opportunities that AI can afford people. You seeing people getting rich off AI. See, that's the land of milk and honey, right? AI is creating millionaires every single day. But they focus on the obstacles, the tech giants, the competition, their own inexperience, just like the first 10 spies did, right? They speak of defeat, like I'm too late. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to code. The market is saturated. I'm too late. Mindset. But the Most High honors their words. They stayed in the wilderness, because you come in with that mindset, you'll never win. You'll never get over the hump, man. You'll always be lagging behind. You'll always be behind, man. But the other 2 spies, like Caleb and them, are successful builders. They seen the same market. They living in the same time. It's 2026. They had the same tools. They access the same AI accesses and utilize the same AI tools as everybody else. But they had a different internal narrative. They focused on strategy, not the obstacles. They build systems, not excuses. Numbers chapter 14, verse 34. After the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear iniquities even for 40 years. 10 spies spent 40 days looking at obstacles. The entire generation spent 40 years wandering because of mindset. They could have been fought the promised land, but they had a fucked up mindset. Unfortunately, that's how people look at AI today. You having this, the Bible is giving you the game, fool. Come on, man. It's so many parallels in this story and what's happening today. How long have you been researching AI? How long have you been researching you want to take that leap of faith and go build that business? How long have you been looking at it? You've been searching on YouTube tutorials, buying courses you don't finish, waiting to feel ready. That's a mindset issue, man. Research without execution is wilderness wandering. That's like Israel wandering 40 years because you waiting on the right time, man. See, the Most High doesn't bless confusion. He blesses order. The Most High doesn't reward research. He rewards obedience. The Most High doesn't multiply intentions. He multiplies systems. See, right now, AI tools are more accessible than ever. You got ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. They're all free and low cost. You got no-code automations like Make.com where you can make your own app. And Zapier. You got AI agents that can build businesses while you sleep. See, the giants are smaller than ever. The obstacles are smaller than ever. The barrier isn't technology. It's a mindset. Put mindset in the chat if you're done scouting and you're ready to build. I say put mindset in the chat if you're done scouting and you're ready to build. What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Instagram? I see y'all participate, man. TikTok, man. Y'all gotta step this shit up, man. Y'all gotta step it up. Let me see something. Renewing the mind is a system, right? Let's go deeper. Most people think mindset is about positive thinking. Scripture teaches something far more structural. See, in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, and not be conformed to this world, but ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Let's break down the words on what was just said. Transform, also known as metamorphosis, the total reconstruction, like a caterpillar to a butterfly. You must renew yourself. Renewing, renovation, making new from within. This shit is an internal issue, fool. Mind, the faculty of understanding, decision-making, architecture. This isn't motivation. I'm not a motivational speaker, man. I'm just a mentor, a teacher, a player, a warrior, but I'm not a motivator. This is a mental reformation. You're changing the operating systems, not just installing new apps. How many of y'all familiar with Daniel's story in the Bible? Daniel 1. Put a yes in the chat if you're familiar with Daniel's story 1. YouTube, Instagram, put 1. Put yes, I understand Daniel's story. Put that at TikTok. Let me know something. See, Daniel was taken captive in Babylon. He separated from everything familiar. Homeland, his temple, his family. See, the king of Babylon, he offered him royal food and wine. But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat. Pause. Nor with the wine which he drank. See, it's an insight into that, man. It's deeper than what you think. Daniel didn't decide in the moment. He proposed in his heart. He pre-decided before pressure arrived. He already knew before it was smoke. Before shit got ugly, he knew what type of guy he was, man. The Hebrew word for propose is sum, means to set, establish, and ordain. See, Daniel created the internal law before the external temptation. Clear, Daniel understood he had a system that he lived by internally, that he got from the Most High, which is a clear identity. I am set apart. He pre-decided his boundaries, what he ain't going for, no compromise on core values. He had an alternative plan. He proposed vegetables and water. Daniel 1, verse 12. He had measurable tests. Test thy servants 10 days. And guess what, man? He understood and trusted the process. He waited for results. Daniel chapter 1, verse 15. At the end of 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter and fleshed than all children, which he did eat the portion of the king's meat. See, Daniel's systems outperformed the king's systems. Daniel chapter 1, verse 17. As for these 4 children, the Most High gave them knowledge and skill and all the learning and wisdom. There's a pattern here. See, structure preceded favor, order preceded wisdom, and system preceded success. See, the Most High didn't give Daniel wisdom first. The Most High gave Daniel wisdom after Daniel proved he could maintain structure under pressure. You know what they say, man? Pressure busts pipes. See, I know you wonder, like, what the hell does this have to do with making money through AI, Mastermind? Like, what does this have to do with starting businesses, Mastermind? What does the biblical principles and what Daniel's story have to do with making money, Mastermind? I know you wondering that. See, Daniel's approach mirrors how successful AI systems are built. See, AI systems require pre-training. Daniel had pre-decision makings. Before AI model performs, it must be pre-trained on quality data, fine-tuned with specific parameters, constrained with safety boundaries, what it can do and what it can't do, and tested before deployment. You can't motivate AI to perform better. You structure it correctly from the beginning. Your business system requires the same passion. It requires the same thing. Pre-decision before pressure arrives, man. What will the hours will you be working? What content will you be creating? What tasks will the AI handle versus what you'll handle personally? What is your income goals? And what triggers the next phase? You have to ask yourself these questions. And if you haven't asked yourself these questions and you're a business owner and you want to make money utilizing AI, you're tripping. He's like, what are the boundaries you could set up? You could put up, right? What won't you do? You won't chase every trend. You won't work without utilizing the system that you built. You won't scale before stability. And you won't consume more than you execute. Testing protocols. Run one AI workflow for 10 days, like Daniel's test, right? Measure results objectively. Refine before expanding. Trust the process even when feelings fluctuate. Why this matters for AI businesses, right? I know you're like, what the hell does this have to do? What does the Bible got to do with making money? And how does that help me with AI, creating systems and making money sitting on my ad? I know you're asking that question. But most beginners fail because of these things. They react instead of pre-decide. They build on emotion instead of structure. They chase opportunities instead of executing systems. They wait for motivation instead of building discipline. You know why Daniel prospered in the Bible? You know why? You want to know why he prospered? His decisions were already made. His systems were already built. His boundaries were already set. Pressure revealed preparation, not panic. When you have systems in place, when shit get hectic, you don't panic. You just let the systems play out. We have new technology dropping every day, right? New AI programs are dropping every day, like constitutional AI developed by Anthropic. It works kind of on like a Daniel's principle as well. AI is given a constitution, pre-decided values. Before it responds, it checks against its principles. This is where systems come into play, right? It doesn't decide morality in the moment. It was pre-trained. You must build your business like Daniel built his life. Build your AI systems like constitutional AI is built, man, through Anthropic. Pre-decide, pre-structure, and pre-commit. Type structure in the chat if you're ready to build systems before pressure arrives. I say put structure in the chat if you're ready to build systems before pressure arrives. Yeah, man, if you're a loser, this shit ain't for you, man. This is the winning circle, man. It's for people that really want to win, man. And guess what? I got the treasure map. What's up with your boy? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Hey, man, I thank you. Next one. Philosophy over motivation. You got to write the vision down. Now we move from the internal structure to the external clarity. Most people operate on motivation, but Scripture teaches philosophy. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. I know you're saying, what does this have to do with getting money with AI? I'm going to tell you. See, Habakkuk was living in chaos, wickedness everywhere, justice delayed, confusion about the Most High's plans. Habakkuk is questioning the Most High. He is frustrated. He is stuck. Habakkuk said in chapter 1, verse 2, he said, oh Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear me? This is what most entrepreneurs live by. They crying out for a breakthrough, but receiving silence. See, the Most High response was, he said, it doesn't give Habakkuk. He didn't give Habakkuk motivational speeches. The Most High gives Habakkuk methodology to live by. He said, Most High said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that it may run that readeth, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Let's break that down one time. He said, write the vision. Not think it, not dream it. You got to write this shit down, man. Put pen to pad with this shit, man. Why? Writing internalizes internal confusion. Writing forces clarity. Writing creates accountability. Writing becomes a reference when emotions shift. Right? And what is the Hebrew word for write? It's kata, to inscribe permanently. This isn't a journaling feelings. I'm not writing down my feelings, bro. This is not what this shit is about. This is a documenting architecture, man. Writing down systems, man. Make it plain upon tables. That was also in the scriptures. Make it plain means to make distinct, clear, unmistakable. What does tables mean? Write it down on tables. Make it plain upon tables. Table means tables, boards, something visible and permanent. The Most High is saying, don't hide your plan in your head. Make it so clear that anyone can understand it. Remove ambiguity, man, and create visual structure. That he may run that readeth. Run. It means to move swiftly, to execute without hesitation. When vision is clear, execution becomes automatic. Confusion shows everything down. It just slows everything down, man. Clarity accelerates movement. Say there's a pattern, right? If you looking at this shit through the eyes of wisdom, there's a pattern on what's going on in Habakkuk's story versus what's going on in entrepreneurship, right? See, Habakkuk's frustration came from a lack of structure, not a lack of calling. The Most High didn't change Habakkuk's circumstances. The Most High changed Habakkuk's methodology. This is the exact framework for building AI systems that produce income. Before you build anything, you got to write it down. The problem you solve, who is struggling, what pain are you relieving, and how does AI enhance your solution? The system you're building, what does the AI workflow look like? What are the inputs? What are the outputs? What are the failure modes, man? Come on, man. I don't think you niggas listening for real. I'm giving y'all niggas the game. The boundaries are setting. What would the system not do? What ethical lines will not be crossed? What scope creep will you reject? The success metrics, how do you measure that? How do you measure if it's working? What is the minimum viable results? What triggers the next phase of the system? See, most businesses, successful businesses, especially AI companies, they operate on Habakkuk's chapter 2, verse 2. Research papers writing the vision, model cars making the plan, safety frameworks, boundaries documented, and benchmarks equals success metrics. You know, when they was developing ChatGPT, OpenAI spent months writing system specifications, red teaming protocols, alignment strategies, risk assessments. They didn't just launch and see what happens. They wrote the vision down. They made it plain and they executed. Your business, it requires the same discipline, man. Bad approach, what most beginners do. I'm going to use AI to make content and hopefully I make money. But in Habakkuk's approach, chapter 2, verse 2, you know what they did? You know what Habakkuk did, man? He wrote down the vision. He established what the problem was. So take the Habakkuk's approach, right? You're a business owner. Small businesses need consistent social media content, but lack time. Systems, AI generates 30 days of post in 1 hour based on brand voice, right? Inputs, brand guidelines, establishing the brand guidelines, a target audience, and content pillars. Outputs, captions, hashtags, and post ideas. Boundaries, no plagiarism, no misleading claims, no automatic posting without a human review. Success metrics, client posts 5 times a week for 90 days minimum. So you gotta be plain, man. Right on plain tables. This becomes your service page, your client onboarding doc, your pricing structure. He may run. When a client asks, what do? You answer in 30 seconds because it's already written. You already got this shit written down. This is a principle for overwhelmed entrepreneurs, right? If you're stuck, you don't need more ideas. You need to write what you already know. Most people have They had the vision internally, but they never made it plain externally. That vision has a timeline. Your job isn't to rush it. Your job is to clarify it so you can execute faithfully. Type vision if you're committing to writing your system down this week. I say put vision in the chat one time for me. See, that's why I fuck with YouTube, bro. I always get maximum participation with y'all, man. I appreciate you. Delegation, order, and layered systems, right? Here's what most entrepreneurs break, right? They try to do everything themselves, but scripture reveals a better way. Exodus chapter 18, verse 17 through 18, it says, And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. What does that mean? Jethro teaches Moses systems thinking, man. They didn't have AI back then, but they understand systems. You understand systems, you can master AI. See, Moses was leading hundreds and thousands of people out of Egypt. He was anointed, called, faithful, but he was overloaded. See, in Exodus chapter 18, verse 13, it said, It came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to the judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. From morning until evening, every single day, every decision making coming from Moses. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, observed this and confronts him. He said, Man, I'm going to give you some game. I'm going to give you some systems that you can implement. Jethro gives Moses a complete business structure. He clarified each unique role. Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. See, Moses' role, high-level vision, spiritual direction, and complex decisions only. That's his only job. That's what he should be focused on. Not every small decision, every routine task, every customer service issue should be handled by you. That's why AI comes into play, developing these systems. Teach the systems to others. Thou shalt teach them ordinance and laws, and shall shew them away wherein they must walk, in the work they must do. Document the process. Train your team and train your AI. Make it repeatable. Select capable people. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, and hating covetousness. Not just anybody. People or systems with ability, competence, integrity. They have aligned values. They speak truth, reliable outputs, and non-covetousness, not self-serving. They want to serve the system, man. You want to create delegation, layered delegation, and place such as over them to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds and rulers of 50s and rulers of 10s. This is a tiered authority. See, the leaders of 1,000, they make high-level decisions. The leaders of hundreds make mid-level decisions. And leaders of 50, they make operational decisions. And leaders of 10 are frontline execution. And these tiered authority, these are the AI systems that you make put in place. As a business owner, your job is not to be worried about, oh man, I'll send these emails out. Let the AI take care of that. Small matters handled automatically. Great matters they moved up to the business owner, man. See, everybody wins when order exists. They make faster decisions, clear structure, and peaceful resolutions, right? Jethro's systems that he provided to Moses is exactly how AI should function for your business. Your business has the same bottleneck issues that Moses had when he was searching for Israel. You're sitting from morning until evening, answering emails, creating content, scheduling posts, responding to DMs, writing sales copy, managing admin tasks. You will wear away doing that, man. That will overwhelm any business owner. No, you got to do that 24/7. That's why most businesses don't last. That's why you must build AI systems, man. That's why, as a business owner, you must have business vision. Must concentrate on business vision, revenue goals, partnership decisions, and brand positioning. And you must create AI systems underneath there to worry about content strategy execution, lead nurturing sequences, email marketing campaigns, analytics, and reporting, and so on and so on. See, the Most High does not bless exhaustion. The Most High blesses order, stewardship. Burnout is not a badge of honor. Burnout is often a sign of poor structure. See, Moses was burning out not because he was lazy, it's because he hadn't built a system. If you're overwhelmed and you need more discipline, you need more delegation, AI is your modern ruler of tens, 50s, and hundreds. Type delegate in the chat if you're ready to stop carrying everything alone. Let me see, how long we been on here? 37 minutes, okay. I ain't gonna be in here all night. I'm not finna be on here all night with y'all, man. I promise you, I got things to do. I got plays to make. I got real things going on, man. I am not an internet nerd. I'm just here to get a game, man. See, stewardship in abundance. Joseph storage system. Now we talk about wealth correctly. Abundance isn't random. Abundance is structured. See, in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, but thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth. The Most High gives power, capacity, wisdom, oversight, not random money. Wealth flows through stewardship, not impulse. See, Joseph rose from the prison to a prime minister. He did that in one day. He went from the jail cell to a palace. See, Joseph was in prison. He was falsely accused, forgotten, abandoned. Then the Pharaoh had some troubled dreams, and no one can interpret them. See, in Genesis chapter 14, verse 15 through 16, said, I have a dream, and there is no one that can interpret it. And I've heard say thee that thou canst understand a dream to interpret. It is not in me, Joseph said. The Most High shall give here an answer of peace. See, Joseph interpreted the dream. He interpreted that there would be 7 years of abundance coming to Egypt and 7 years of famine following. But Joseph didn't stop at interpretation. He offered infrastructure, systems. This shit all goes back to systems, man. Everything is about systems, man. See, Joseph's strategic system he offered to the Pharaoh was he appointed overseers. Let Pharaoh do this and let him appoint officers over the land. Structure begins with assigned responsibility. He decided to collect surplus during abundance. Don't consume everything when times are good. Capture and store away. Put them away. Save for a rainy day. He stores strategically. Organize what you can capture. Don't just collect. You must systematize. Preserve for distribution, for future distribution. What you don't systematize, you eventually lose. See, the results in Joseph giving Pharaoh them systems and gave him that and gave him that wisdom. He said, and Pharaoh said unto Joseph, he said, for as much as God hath shewed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art. Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. See, Joseph goes from being in prison to second in command in one day. And how did he do that? Systems. Not because of charisma, not because of connections, but because of systems thinking. You must be the architect of this shit, man. You have to be an architect of your dreams, man. Egypt didn't survive famine because they prayed harder than other nations. Egypt survived because they had infrastructure. See, the Joseph principles is what you systematize, you multiply. What you leave disorganized, you lose. See, modern AI business apply the same application, right? Joseph grain system, storage system is identically to what you utilize AI does for your business, right? See, surplus grain equals surplus knowledge and content. You create social media posts, emails, videos, sales call, and customer insights. Most people create once and move on. Value disappears. See, AI captures and stores the transcript of calls, trading data, successful posts, content templates, customer questions, frequently asked questions database, winning sales pitches, and reusable scripts that you utilize in your business. Storage houses, right? It's the database and repositories. See, Joseph built physical storage. You build digital storage. Notion databases, Airtables, Google Sheets plus the AI, man, analyze patterns, vector databases for AI memory systems, man. Distribution systems equals the automated workflows, right? See, Joseph distributed grain during famine. You distribute value, but through AI email sequences, chatbots, content repurposing, and automated courses. Teach once, sell forever. See, AI models now, they have persistent memory. ChatGPT remembers your preferences across all conversations. Claude extends content windows. Custom GPTs store specialized knowledge. And vector databases allow AI to recall past interactions. This is Joseph's storage system at scale. We don't got to do it physically now. This is the digital world, man. You apply the same principles that you get from the Bible and you can utilize it in the digital world and run a bag up. This shit is 1, 2, 3, man. This is, hey, man, it's Chinese arithmetic. It all add up. You got to train your custom chat GPT, though. Your brand voice, your brand details, your customer objections, your sales processes. Now that AI can, they draft emails in your voice. They answer customers' questions accurately, create content consistently with your brand, and onboard new team members. You capture knowledge once, AI distributes it forever. See, without Joseph's principle, most beginners create content daily from scratch. They answer the same questions frequently, repeatedly for customers. They recreate sales pitches every call. They start over every Monday. That's exhausting and it's unsustainable. See, with Joseph's principles, strategic builders, And people in my mentor class and people that bought my course and got my ebook, they understand they create and store. They write 30 social posts and save it in Notion, right? They record 10 sales calls and transcribe and analyze it. They document the top 20 frequently asked questions and build onto a chatbot. They create 5 email templates and load it onto the CRM, right? They distribute and optimize, and they scale and compound. It's levels to the system. I can give you the full breakdown. DM me mentorship. I'll send you the full breakdown, man. Get it right for you. I can get you we can start you a whole 7 days. We can get you a whole AI system set up for your current business or a business that you're looking to gain. 7 days, man. We can do it. A second. Let's go. Appreciate the love, everybody on YouTube. What's going on? I'm not finna be in here all day with y'all, man. I got things to do, man. I'm not an internet nerd, man. I'm finna be in here another 10 minutes, and we're gonna call it a night. I got things to do, man. See, what is the connection? I'm gonna show you the connection between the nervous system connection, right? See, Joseph's system created peace during famine. When others panicked, Egypt had reserves for your business. Systems reduce anxiety because you are prepared. You're not reactive. Doesn't matter if it's a goddamn recession. When you got systems in place, it doesn't matter. You're not scrambling daily trying to come up with a game plan. You already have a game plan. The system was already put in place. Diligence, systematic preparation. Haste, reactive scrambling. See, the Most High revealed famine to Joseph, not to scare him, but to prepare him. AI is revealing business opportunity to you. Will you prepare systems or panic later? Type prepare in the chat if you're ready to build storage systems now before the pressure comes. And I appreciate all the haters watching. It's love. I understand. You had nothing better to do but just to look at me, man. I get it, man. But hey, if you're going to sit back and listen, man, at least take some notes with this shit, man. I usually charge for this information, but I'm giving it to y'all for free. Shame on me. But it is what it is, though. Faithfulness in small systems, right? Let's address the biggest mistake beginners make: despising small beginnings. See, in Luke chapter 16, verse 10, he said, "He that is faithful in which it is least faithful, also in much. And he that is unjust in least is unjust also in much." See, Yahushua, or who y'all call Jesus, isn't speaking metaphorically. He's teaching a spiritual operating system. Faithfulness is not measured, not declared. The Most High doesn't test you with abundance first. The Most High tests you with process. See, we all familiar with the story of David and Goliath, right? David before Goliath. You understand how David defeated Goliath. Goliath was a goddamn giant. He still defeated him. See, David was an anointed king by Samuel. The Spirit of the Most High came upon him. His destiny was confirmed. But David didn't go straight to the throne. He went back to the sheep. David tells Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took lamb out the flock. And I went out after him and smote him, put him down. And he delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. See, the revelation is David's training ground was a field, not a palace. A flock, not an army. A daily repetition. He wasn't looking for a viral moment, man. Nobody was watching when he was protecting that flock, man, when he was on that farm. No crowds, no applauses, just faithfulness. When Goliath appeared, it looked like David was facing something new. But David wasn't facing something new. David was facing something larger. The skills were the same. Courage under pressure, faith in the Most High protection, precision with his weapon, commitment to the assignment. See, Goliath was not a new skill set. Goliath was a larger assignment. See, small responsibilities reveal how you manage time, how you handle pressure, how you steward resources, and how you respond to obscurity. If you're unfaithful in the small things, the Most High will not trust you with the larger things. Not because the Most High is withholding, it's because you're not ready. In modern AI businesses, apply the same principles. Most beginners want a viral content. They want six-figure launches, massive audiences, and instant credibility. But they won't post consistently for 90 days. They won't follow it with 10 leads. They won't refine one workflow, and they won't master one AI tool. Can you create one piece of content daily for 30 days? You say you want this shit, right? Can you send one email sequence without quitting to your customers? Can you run one AI automations without abandoning it because this shit ain't working the first time? Can you do that? Can you serve one customer with excellence, man? Can you do that? If you can't do it small, you won't do it large. Trust me. For who have despised the day of small things? That's in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 10. See, most successful AI companies started with OpenAI. Started with a narrow research project, not ChatGPT-4. Anthropic. It began with constitutional AI principles, not Claude 3. DeepMind saw video games before the AlphaFold, man. Even the big AI companies started small. You got to do the same thing, man. One system mastered, then they scaled. Your AI business requires the same discipline, man. Start with one workflow, one AI email automation, one AI content generation, one lead qualification, one AI customer support. Master it in 90 days, then scale up. Why small businesses matter for your nervous system? I know you like, what the hell does this have to do with AI income, man? Large goals create overwhelming. Small systems create safety. Predictability calms the nervous system, and repetition builds the confidence up. Consistency proves to your brain that you're capable. Most people sabotage big opportunities because their nervous system hasn't been trained on the small wins, right? Don't chase the scale. Chase the faithfulness, man. Chase the game. Be in love with the game, man. Once you fall in love with the game, the results is going to come. See, in Proverbs chapter 28, verse 20, it said, a faithful man shall abound with blessings. A faithful man shall abound with blessings. Be faithful to the game. Be faithful to the knowledge. Be faithful to the wisdom. Put faithful in the chat if you're committing to one system for the next 90 days. Do that for me, man. Can you do that, man? Can you do that, man? One time? Faithful if you're committing to one systems for the next 90 days. Can you do that? Oh, we got nothing but haters in here. Let me know. Let me know, man. I got faith. What about you? I got faith, man. I got faith, man. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. I think we've been on here long enough. I think I done gave y'all enough good game. Give you something you could just let this rest on your spirit. It started off emotional, and we finished it spiritually, man. This right here was pretty much a good breakdown on the biblical foundation of getting AI business success. And like I said, man, I'm the Mastermind Micha'el, the author of the bestseller, From Thoughts to Systems, AI Money for Beginners. Link in the bio. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Yes, I will be back here, I believe tomorrow as well. I'm going to be back here in a little bit earlier time frame than this. Started a little later, man. You know, I'm a night owl, so shit happens. You know, I got people to go see, man. And, yeah, it was good. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I will be posting these clips, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Love.